How you guys doing? This is Jason with Tuna Tech, and today I got something very googly. Okay, so as you may or may not know, on August 20th, 2025, this year obviously, Google had a very strange live stream with Jimmy Fallon. The interesting part was Jimmy Fallon and all the royalty they rolled out, but also a devices that showcased the next stage of the Pixel series. Now, Pixel 10, 10 Pro, 10 Pro XL, and the Fold were released on that day. This is the 10th year, you guys, 10th year of the Pixel device. Before that, it was Nexus. Before that, it was Nexus and Google Play for phone, I think. Like, they used to have like a Samsung, and they used to throw Google Play Edition is what they call them. Well, today I got one of my favorite phones I've got probably the last 10 years, and it's usually the larger one, and this is the Google 10 Pro XL. Now, I could bore you with all the stats. You can go online, you can watch all the reviews coming out, everything that's going out. This is not a review, this is a quick unboxing and a first and quick look. This is one of the more unpopular colors. This is I want to say it's called Jade. Let me see what it says on the bottom here. Yeah, Jade. So this is one of the colors that people probably aren't going to be very excited for. So far, the tech group that I'm part of on Telegram, of course, they say, ew, gross, it's nasty. I think this is one of the best colors. Now, most of the time, these colors are going to be covered up because, you know, you're going to get a case that covers the color. But that's why, before I open this, I want to talk about, it's not really a channel sponsor, but it is something very interesting. There's a company called Thinborn. Thinborn has been around for a while. They're out of Texas, US made. They make one of the thinnest cases for the Pixel 10 Pro XL and other phones as well. I'll leave a link in the description. You can check out their website. They're super thin and super light. And with this phone here, it does have MagSafe with Qi 2.2, the better version of Qi, but it does have Qi 2 and the magnets, so it does support MagSafe, which Thinborn also has full compatibility with the MagSafe ecosystem. It's barely there, and it's very minimalistic. They are crafted from aerospace-grade 600D aramid fiber, which is 5 times thinner and stronger than steel. It's going to elevate, give a little bit of style, and it's just extremely detailed. It's got craftsmanship. It's minimalistic. It's beautiful, and I'm hyping it up for no reason. But just the fact that when you open this, like, it's like a surprise waiting to happen. You open it up, got a great presentation. First things first, identify the essential. You know, they're telling you about the 6-month warranty, guaranteed, 100% guaranteed satisfaction. Register this on their website for the warranty. It even includes a tempered glass screen protector and the accessories to install them. So just in case you want to know, there is a QR code here. Scan me. It says improper uninstallation can damage or void the warranty. So make sure you read this. Talks about, you know, yes, it supports MagSafe, but if you have a standard stand wireless charger, there may be some difficulties in there, but that's pretty common with most cases. So one thing that drew me to this is Thinborn's like reputation is fantastic, but also they include, like I said, a screen protector, which I'm sure this phone already has one installed, but nothing like this. So this is the Thinborn. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. This is the case. Very light, very thin, and you can see right here, designed in Texas, made in China. So this is something that will support and cover your phone and keep it safe while looking like carbon fiber and beautiful. But make sure you guys, if you're gonna buy a case, buy a brand that's reputable, one that's gonna support their products, not just a rip-off, knockoff from Temu or AliExpress. This is designed in Texas. The guy who works with this company is fantastic. So, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below. Check out their website. I think they have a deal where if you sign up for, like, you know, notifications, you get 10 or 15% off your first deal. Either way, check out Thinborn cases. Fantastic product. Anyways, going back to this. So this is the Pixel 10 Pro XL. 6.8-inch screen, 5200 milliamp hour battery. Like we already talked about Qi 2 wireless charging. You know, all the stuff that you expect from a flagship. It's a super Actua LTPO OLED display, so it's going to go from 1 hertz to 120. It's got a quad, you know, it's like 1344 by 29992 resolution, a 486 ppi, 3300 nits of brightness, which is crazy. I think their watch is pretty high up there too, and that's another thing that was released with the Pixel Watch 4, which does look pretty interesting. And if you're buying this phone directly from Google Play Store, they do give store credit, so you can always use that for the watch later down the road. Just a quick reminder, if you saw this little warning here, in the US, we no longer support physical SIMs. I don't know why. I don't agree with it. So you're going to have to set up an eSIM with your carrier if they do support it, which most carriers nowadays do. This is a Tensor G5. It's a 3 nanometer. It's a new processor on TSMC. It's got the Titan M2 security coprocessor, 16 gigabytes of RAM. You get 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of storage. This is the 256, the lowest. I don't need that much. I use a lot of cloud-based storage. Triple camera system, 50 megapixel wide, 48 megapixel ultra wide lens with macro focus. It's got a 48 megapixel telephoto lens with 5 times optical, but they do integrate AI, as you would expect from Google, with 100 times ProRes zoom using generative AI, 8K video recording at 30 frames per second, Magic Q, which is a super awesome new AI that's more personal and gets to know you, and it helps you out actually. And it has camera coach, which is a new feature in the camera system where taking a picture, you hit a little button and it'll walk you through how to take the perfect picture, you guys. Google has always been about AI. So one thing I will say, this phone's been out for, you know, a week, not even that. It didn't mean just got released. Actually, it releases tomorrow. This is being filmed the day before. In the box, you guys, you get a charging cable. That's it. No more charging bricks. You can get them as an accessory, as well as a bunch of MagSafe stuff now, because they do support MagSafe. But one thing about it is the Tensor G5, while it is more powerful than the G4 from last year, it's not going to be on par performance-wise or raw performance-wise as a Snapdragon. If you're an Apple user, Samsung user, don't be worried. This thing is going to fly. It's going to be buttery smooth. And I'm telling you right now, the AI is going to be mind-blowing. So like I said, Gemini AI integration, like you've never seen before with Magic Q, Gemini Live, multimodal conversational assistant, Pixel Snap, which is their version of the MagSafe, that's what they call it, which would be right around here. So that opens up your whole world to MagSafe. So if you're an iPhone user and that's your barrier to it, joining Google, don't worry about it. We now support it. Camera improvements, while the hardware is largely similar, I think the main sensor did change. It's got a new signal processing ISP with that tensor, which is going to blow out even better pictures than ever before. And as we know, and if you don't know, Google does take the best photos. I will say there's one other phone that I've used that's probably slightly better, if not the same or on par, and that's the Vivo X200 Ultra, but that is not available here in the US natively, and it has to be imported. And there is a Chinese ROM on it, which makes it more difficult to use here. So, I know I'm blowing through this stuff. You guys can look this stuff up. This is the Pixel 10 Pro XL. So I'm going to kind of let you see it. That's the green. It kind of looks washed out in my lighting here, but it's a very faint color. It doesn't look bad. And the visor, it's iconic. We know what it looks like. It's got the temperature sensor here too. Shiny. I don't know if the shiny rail is something I like because they tend to scratch. But again, like I said, it will have the aramid fiber case on it, and we won't have to worry about it. On the bottom, it's got, you know, your speaker holes and your charging USB Type-C cable, so there's no more SIM card slot. And on the side here, you got your power button and then your volume up and down, and then that's about it for the top. I'm just gonna power it on, but in addition, you can see something right off the side here. Google also, in addition to a MagSafe charger-esque Pixel Snap charger, they also released some of their own accessories. This is called the Pixel Snap ring stand. So what this is it's not powered, it's nothing. It's basically, I didn't have it in the green, which is strange, but this is like the moon, I believe it's called the moonstone. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. And then this is the back side. It says, obviously Google's designed and whatever, snaps on like that, and then you pull down, and it's like your pop sockets kind of, but it also doubles as a stand. So you can prop your phone up and all that stuff. Now this does come with Android 16, so the material overhaul is going to be here in full effect. Like I said, this is by far the phone that I hang on the longest every year, depending on what the cycle is and what I can import. But again, like I said before, if you're going to buy something like this, you can buy the first priority, first party accessories. But this right here, this thin-born case, you guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to try to turn the screen off here. And there we go. This is what it looks like on. Now, I'm not sure what this cutout here is for. I don't know if that was for maybe the ultra wideband antenna, or maybe there was a SIM card slot, because other regions do have SIM cards. So I'm going to assume he makes cases, or they make cases for other regions. But yeah, this is the case. You can see how it looks. It does cover up the G and the green, but it says thin-born, covers the sides, and you guys. And let's just see. And look at that, guys. The Pixel, if I can get the ring to come off, and the Pixel Snap ring works through this. So again, MagSafe compatible, thin-born. Check them out. Description below. Also, the description to this phone on the Google Store. Look into it, read it. Check your carrier. They may even have T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon. They're probably going to have 2-year, 3-year deals. I know in the U.S. we're real big on, you know, monthly payments on it, but if that's something you have to do, I would do it. You get guaranteed 7 years of updates, so the phone will be around for a long time to come. So, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Jason with Tuna Tech, and this is the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL, Pixel Snap ring, and a thin-born case. Peace.